He's one of the most gifted players I've ever seen play in high school, and he's capturing the imagination of a lot of people at Georgia and the SEC. Talking about Arik Gilbert, who is playing tight end for Georgia right now. This is what Greg McElroy, who is a play-by-play, who is an analyst for ESPN, had to say about Arik Gilbert over during G Day. He said Arik Gilbert has unbelievable talent, unbelievable skill set. He's lost a ton of weight. He's working his way back into playing shape. If he continues on this path, he should be a huge factor in the tight end centric offense. Talking about Georgia's tight end centric offense. And Gilbert, you know, the first time I saw him run in pads, I still very vividly remember it, and it's not something that I'm going to forget anytime soon. I'll let you know that right now. He took off on the sideline against Parkview I think it was a semifinal game in 7A GHSA playoffs. It might not have been the semifinals, but it was later in playoffs. It was not the first round, and he just went flying up the sideline. He had taken the ball from Harrison Bailey, who went on to play at Tennessee before transferring from there. Um, but Gilbert, you know, this is an important time for him. A lot of different levels for that. He he certainly I actually saw him in the grocery store not that long ago, but he is moving forward in a way that the last year gave him the ability to do. I think right now, obviously, he is trying to get into condition, which is easier said than done. I mean, if you could imagine not doing something for a year that you literally are very good at, you'd still need to get yourself into shape. The muscles got to get back where they were, but there's just not been a lot of guys like this. Now, with that said, too, when you got Brock Bowers as your primary guy this past year, Georgia's got real options at at tight end. I mean, when I put DAWGSTRUCTION together, you've got just freak shows, leaping people, taking screens to the house, and that's just Georgia's tight end room. Um, these guys are a total weapon, and that they are playing in this 22 season shows you where the Georgia tight end room is the most gifted position room in college football. There are no quarterback rooms that are better. I am not aware of a room that has the potential to have three guys go in the first, say, 50 picks of the NFL draft, the way that Georgia has got with Brock Bowers, Darnell Washington, and Gilbert. Those three for sure. Hey, if you've not picked up DAWGSTRUCTION, it's the number one way to support us. The link is down below. I'm getting very low. I did not anticipate people would be buying it the way they have lately. My order has already been placed, so get it in, get your order in now before it's too late. Before you got to wait a little bit longer on me. We have not seen the full potential of Arik Gilbert yet because we've only seen him play at LSU in a COVID season where there was a lot of this, disastrous quarterbacking going on for the Tigers, a program that was falling apart. The flashes during G Day are one example of what Gilbert can do. It's just hard to what's the word, when you've got Brock Bowers and he had that much production a season ago. I mean, it was essentially nonstop production from Brock Bowers. In the national championship game, Alabama had a hard enough time dealing with Brock Bowers in Atlanta. They threw to him constantly, and it didn't. The problem was they didn't win the game. But they were doing it nonstop, and Bowers was just eating Alabama up. It's just that Georgia's defense couldn't slow Alabama down long enough to really jump back into the game. People forget that Bowers made the score that got Georgia up 8, and that was on that little screen where Stetson just threw it out there and let Brock Bowers go be Brock Bowers. Now you have an insurance policy with Gilbert. You've got perhaps the most dominant tight end as it relates to blocking in Darnell Washington. And it's going to be tricky for teams to defend against something that has a three-headed monster like that. I mean, one of these guys would be trouble. They got 3. I'm not going to talk about, Oscar Delp. I'm not going to talk about Ryan Godey. I'm not going to talk about Brett Seether either. I'm not talking about those 3 guys. This is not their time yet. Brock Bowers got 2 more years of playing at Georgia. So when Greg McElroy talks about Gilbert's unbelievable skill set, to me, it's go time for Gilbert, because if he has the type of year this year that is explosive in the way that Bowers had a season ago, he can go to the NFL, because the potential for Arik Gilbert is in front of him, not behind. This is not about what's happened in the past necessarily. It's about what he can do moving forward in the future. That guy is no question a slam dunk NFL guy, no doubt. I mean, there's just no question. Again, when you see guys run like that in high school, okay, it's pretty obvious. And this guy's a freak, man, like in a good way, right? What we can't know, though, is will he have enough balls to catch? Will he have enough? Let's just say they play 14 games this season. Will he have enough time in that time to get right, to really surge at the end? We don't know, right? I mean, that's the part that we can't know. But Greg is completely correct when he says Gilbert has an unbelievable skill set. He's lost a ton of weight. That is true. He's working his way back into playing shape. If he continues on this path, he should be a huge factor in the tight end centric offense that Georgia runs. Can you have 3 tight ends on the field? Yeah. I mean, Georgia did that a lot last year. John Fitzpatrick played a lot with Bowers and Washington. That was not abnormal at all. So we could see that over time. Now, will we? I don't know. But that guy, hey, he's the real deal. Is he totally ready yet? I don't know, but he's getting there. That's for sure. Thanks for watching.